If someone finds that they often feel down or angry, or they have the tendency to overreact to things, they can have the need to change what is going on, to find a way to resolve what is going on. And one thing they can end up doing is to look for a way to change what is taking place in their mind. And this is because they could believe that it is their thoughts that need to be managed. And once they can do this, they will stop getting as angry or stop feeling down, and or they will stop being reactive. Another thing that they can do is to go and see their doctor and to end up going on some kind of antidepressants or another type of medication. So they're either going to try to change or to fix what is taking place in their mind, or they're going to cover up or try to cover up through using medication. And this approach, whether it relates to trying to change things or fix things or to cover something up, can be seen as a very masculine approach. And this is because they'll be using force or willpower or trying to make something happen. And while this approach may work, it might not. Another thing that they could do is to get in touch with what is taking place inside them and to connect to their inner child, or their many inner children, because there's more than one, or there's usually more than one child self. And through doing this, through getting in touch with their inner child, they can find that this part of them is not in a good way. And in the same way that a young child will want their caregiver to listen to them, they won't want their caregiver to try to change what they're going through or to give them something like food or a toy to push how they feel away. This part of them will want them to listen and to be there, so the child part of them will want their adult self to be there and to acknowledge what they are going through. And through doing this, through being there for their child self, they can find that their adult challenges begin to change and gradually end up being resolved. And when someone listens to their inner child, they will be embracing their feminine element, and this is because they will be surrendering to how they feel. There'll be no trying to change or fix or cover up. It will simply be about being there for this part of them. And up until this point, they may have ignored this part of them. So they not only may have been ignored as a child on a regular basis, as an adult they would have continued to ignore the child that is within them. And if when they are able to get in touch with their inner child, they find that there's a lot of pain and it could be overwhelming for them, they may need to reach out for external support. And through working with a therapist or a healer, they will be able to go where they wouldn't go by themselves. And this will allow them to work through the layers of pain that are inside them. And as they build up their inner strength, they will be able to, or they should be able to, do this inner child work on themselves. But in the beginning, it can be about building up their adult self so they can begin to listen and to be there for this part of them, to no longer run away from it or to cover it up, and just to be there for it. But as I've said, this can take a fair amount of external support, and then it will be possible to go there and to be present with the inner child.